and Smokey Robinson had her to meet him, and they were supposed to be discussing music or getting back with Berry Gordy, and the next thing you know, Smokey Robinson had leaned in and sucked her in the face. Through no fault of Diane's, her specter still hung over us like a dark shadow. Considering this, it came as no surprise that Jean began withdrawing from us and stating her position more strongly. Sometimes when I heard her comments or later read them, I winced. There was nothing the press loved better than a feud. So I was asking before why Berry Gordy called and was like, yeah, we about to kick Jean out of the group. We gonna get Sarita in. Jean is out. I don't know if there was a conversation that was had with Berry Gordy and he saw something there that was one, because that's what you can't do. You can't be one. You can't be an individual within Motown. You can't do that. Even if you're a solo star and your name is Diana Ross, the solo artist, there's going to be a Berry Gordy behind you, peeking from behind your neck, peeking out. And Jean was not easily swayed or convinced to follow. And to be a part of Motown, you have to be a follower. When Jean first came in, she made it clear to everyone that she was not about to be one of 3 singing puppets. She was a true individualist. And this was why Berry wanted her out of the group following the farewell show. But instead of continuing to insist that we replace her or just firing her outright, which we could have done, he played it cool. He seemed to know that if he gave the Supremes enough rope, we might hang ourselves. Without realizing it, Jean grabbed it and ran, and so did I. Okay, baby, Smokey said, try it like this. I sang Floyd Joy. Cindy, Jean, and I were recording our 4th album, Floyd Joy, with Smokey Robinson. Besides singing with his group, The Miracles, Smokey is one of the world's greatest songwriters and producers. He also has been a vice president at Motown since the early 60s. I was so surprised and thrilled when I learned we'd be working with him. I want to say that there are 2 people that were wholeheartedly with the Berry Gordy bullshit. It would be Otis Williams from the Temptations and Smokey the Robinson. I don't know if them niggas knew how to play the game or I don't know. Berry Gordy put something on them and it couldn't get off. You know, maybe it was, glitter or something. I don't know what it is. And that glitter is so hard to get off or get away. You could give the kids some glitter in January and it still be remnants left the following January. You like, who the hell was playing with glitter? Oh, this the glitter from a year ago? That's how glitter works. Okay, and Berry Gordy, he sprinkled them with glitter. Smokey came up with some beautiful, sexy, close harmonies, especially for Floyd Joy. And the album really sparkled. Surprisingly, while Floyd Joy became a top 20 hit in spring 1972 and remains a favorite among our fans, few people know that it was a duet between Jean and me. A second single, Automatically Sunshine, on which I sang lead, didn't do as well. Because it was the first time I'd been in a studio with Smokey since the early 60s, we did a lot of talking about Diane and her career. We both agreed she deserved all the good things that came her way, and about everybody else we knew, but mostly about what was going on at Motown with the Supremes, thinking that Smokey would be more understanding than the corporate people since he was an artist as well as an executive. I gave it a shot. I don't know why. That's Berry Gordy's best friend. Everybody know that. And on top of that, don't y'all remember what book did we read? Oh, you know what it was? It was the Sugar Ray book. Y'all remember when Renoma Gordy Singleton was married to Berry Gordy, and she was confused about what the next step would be with him? It should have been just leave his ass, period, before you sold some fish dinners for his ass. And Smokey Robinson had her to meet him, and they were supposed to be discussing music or getting back with Berry Gordy, and the next thing you know, Smokey Robinson had leaned in and sucked her in the face. That was trickery to me. But anyway, that's Berry Gordy's best friend. I don't know what you talking about, girl. How you think that Smokey Robinson gonna be on your side? But she said she gave him a shot. You know, Smokey, I don't understand what it is. We're making good records and working hard, but Motown isn't giving us the push, I said. I just don't know what we should do about it. I feel like we're getting good material, but going nowhere. Smokey thought for a minute, then said, why don't you talk to Berry about it? I'm sure if you do, he'll take care of it. Everything will be all right. Smokey meant well, but he was like Diane, totally blinded by Berry's razzle-dazzle. Glitter! Stay on you, girl. It don't go nowhere. I don't need nobody to throw glitter in my face, even though that's what Libras do every day, you know, even to mothers that don't like us. I mean, we will put the glitter in our hand and then shove it in a mother's face. Here you go. Everything about Floyd Joy gave me hope. Cindy was expecting her first child in the fall and didn't plan to return to the group after that. She had always been very open about whatever was on her mind, and many times she mentioned that she might leave. Still, it was a surprise when she finally announced she was going. Whatever Cindy was into, she gave it her all. Her new family was no exception. Cindy's husband, Charles, often traveled with us, and they really enjoyed the show business life. But once a baby enters the picture, things get complicated. One evening in Washington, D.C., the three of us caught Stevie Wonder's show and noticed a great singer in his backing vocal group, Wonder Love. Sandra Tucker came to audition for us in Detroit and brought along her sister, Linda, whom we'd also seen in Wonder Love. Once we saw Linda, we realized that even though Sandra was a great singer, Linda was who we wanted in the group. Coincidentally, Sandra had replaced Cindy Birdsong in Patti LaBelle and the Bluebells when Cindy left them to join the Supremes in 1967. I don't remember that. I didn't remember that. Maybe she was a trial and error. I don't remember that. But anyway, the three of us had an instant rapport. Linda was very outgoing and lively. When she was around, someone was always laughing. Her basic attitude was extremely positive, and that was something we desperately needed. You know, Mary, she said, we have a friend in common. Oh, who? Charlie Atkins. Linda adopted the stage name Linda Lawrence. She later married musician Trevor Lawrence, a native of Philadelphia. She began performing with her father's group as a child. In her teens, she formed a band with her brother and two friends, and they moved to Detroit, where she performed as a solo artist. Linda met Stevie Wonder, and along with her sister Sandra and a cousin, joined Stevie's backup group. Her first recording with Stevie was his 1970s hit, Signed, Sealed, Delivered. The trio later rechristened Wonderlove remained with Stevie until we discovered Linda. As Linda told reporters afterwards, she was thrilled to be a super. The shows in Windsor went well, and many people came to see us, including Berry and Flo. I was very happy that Flo was out because she'd started withdrawing from the world ever since a judge threw out her lawsuit against Motown in November 1971. When Flo met Linda backstage, she said, "That girl is really going to be good. She'll add some personality to the group." The night Berry attended was one of the very few times he returned to the Detroit area after moving to Los Angeles. Back in the dressing room, he remarked, "I'm really pleasantly surprised at how good your show is." Then we got on to the subject of his new film venture, and he boasted, "Diana and I are going to make it." "Berry," I said, "I know you and Diane are going to make it, but I am too." "Yeah, but Diana and me are going to fly, and you'll have to go door to door." Heart-to-heart talks between Berry and me were rare these days. When we did have them, there seemed to be another motive at work on his part. As he spoke proudly about his future plans, he recalled playing blackjack with him to pass the time on the road many years before. Didn't I tell you Berry Gordy had all them people at the Motown addicted to gambling? 'Cause he's a gambling addict. If you ask me, he lost Motown as part of a gambling debt, but I'll pass, okay? Because I know some people that had to turn over deeds and titles, Sagittarian, as a result of their gambling habits. As he spoke proudly about his future plans, I recalled playing blackjack with him to pass the time on the road many years before. Once in 1965, we stopped a game and he owed me $4,000. "Oh, Berry," I said, "you know you don't have to pay me. It's just a game." His face lit up with relief. "Okay, Mary, great." A few days later, Berry beat me hand after hand. We kept score in dollars, but I really didn't think that he was playing for real. Finally, when I was in the hole $6,200, Berry said, "Okay, pay up. Give me my money." "But Berry, the other day I let you go." "That was you, Mary," Berry interrupted. "It's a lesson you have to learn." I ended up paying him every cent of the $6,200 over time. I suppose he wanted to teach me that not everyone was like me. Certainly not Berry Gordy. Around this time, we started recording with Jimmy Webb. Though Linda wasn't yet officially in the group, she sang on this album. Some people assume she was on Floyd Joy because Linda is pictured on the cover, not Cindy. Due to her pregnancy and imminent departure, Cindy declined to appear in that photo. I remember Jean, Linda, and I staying up almost all night at my place after a session and talking. I was so happy and felt that we were on our way again.
All the